It's me, Jack Van Breen from Guitar Showcase in San Jose, California. And today we're going to talk about a line of guitars that's very near and dear to me, the Martin Guitar Company. What we're going to cover in this segment is what are all the different models, or I should say series of guitars. There's the X, the 1, etc., etc. What does that mean when you're shopping for a guitar? What does that mean when you see one online and you can, just by the model number of the instrument, you can tell what you're looking at. I'm holding the latest in a long line of instruments. This is one of the Grand Performer series. And this one, I forget which one it is. Let me check. Yes, it's the GPCPA1. Basically, it's a grand auditorium type instrument. It's a new body design for Martin. We've seen it in other manufacturers. We're not going to mention them in this segment. They got their own segment. You can find it on this website. But Martin is always refining their craft. Their guitars are known for their great rich bottom end, lots of dynamic range. Sometimes those features get in the way of performance because if you have a huge bottom end and you mic up the instrument, you end up with a lot of low end frequency rumbles and such. So they're playing around with different styles. This is the Grand Performer series. It comes with a built-in Fishman Aura preamp with quite a bit of tunability or flexibility, or you can just plug it in and go, which is what my recommendation is. And it's a very comfortable size for on stage, for sitting and playing or standing and playing. And they put a lot of really nice appointments. I particularly am a big fan of the wood style binding. I like having a little bit of abalone, but a fairly sedate appearance. Anyway, Grand Performer series, you need to go check one out sometime. Let's get on with it, shall we? And I'm just going to put this $3,000 guitar right at my feet. So, starting off, we have the X series. And the X series has been around for a long time. The first time I saw an X series, my singer showed up at practice going, "Look at this new guitar I got. It's a Martin." Oh, cool, it's a Martin. And I looked at it, it was all black. And the body was small, because in those days, to me, if the Martin was a dreadnought, it wasn't really a Martin. And then he went, whoa, that guitar sounds good. Key component of the X series is the material it's made out of. It's a high pressure laminate, mostly synthetic. And I know a lot of the purists are going out there, "You mean it's not wood?" And I'm going, no, it's sad to say, you can get a great sounding guitar that doesn't have wood in it. And you'll hear me say this in every segment. It's not about what it's made of, where it's made, who made it. It's does it sound good to you? That's really what makes a good guitar. So they make a high pressure laminate. They used to do it with high pressure laminate on the face as well. But they got together with the accounting team and they did cost analysis and said, you know, so many people want a solid spruce top. It costs us more to sell a solid spruce top and a laminate top than it was to just make them all with a solid spruce top. So they said, fine, we're just going to do solid spruce top. The other thing they did, as you can see here maybe, there's an input jack. In here there's a volume and tone control. These, the entry-level full-size Martin, comes solid spruce top and electronics. Street price is around $500. Yeah, that's right. You can get a Martin for $500. And it sounds like a Martin. Plays like a Martin. It's dreadnought. Amazing guitar. This guitar is assembled in Mexico. They had to do something to kind of get that price point. And our brothers south of the border do excellent work, so I don't have a problem with that. Another place that they saved some costs was to use a laminated neck. So it's just a bunch of strips of wood glued together. Any airplane person will tell you a laminate piece of wood is going to be way stronger than a single piece of wood. And what this makes this guitar at that low price point is a great camping beach guitar. The laminated neck, the high pressure laminated back is less susceptible to temperature changes and humidity, so it makes it a very durable instrument. Sounds great. Plug it in your coffee shop, pass a hat, and you can make money with that guitar. Next in the line, a new model. Just like BMW, we have the 1 Series. Now, the upgrade is, this one's made in America, solid spruce top, solid sapel back and sides, all solid tone woods, again the laminated neck. Also, I forgot to check the tuning on it. A little bit different tonality. Still that great Martin bottom end. So here you can get an all solid tone wood Martin, made in America. This guitar is shipped with a hard shell case. Street price on this is only about $900. So we're under $1,000, all solid tone woods, hard case, America's guitar, Martin. Moving up the line, and as you'll see, we go to a 15. Numerically, as the line goes up, you get a little bit better features. So this is a 15 series. 15 series, all solid woods. This one, let me make sure I'm right. Yes, this one is all mahogany. They also do a 15 series with sapel. As we've talked in other segments, sapel is an African tone wood, which is what's used on the 1. Visually, it looks very much like mahogany. The biologist will tell you, yeah, they're very similar genres. But the sapel comes from Africa, is less expensive to acquire, and has a very good tone. Mahogany is a more traditional wood. A mahogany top gives a much more softer tone, and I don't mean in volume, but it has less edge. So, an interesting choice. Different look, different sound. I think everybody should have at least one all mahogany guitar in their collection just for diversity's sake. This guitar I think is around $1,200, $1,300 or so. I could be off $100 either way. Hard case included, all American made. The next lineup, the 16 series, and I really like the 16 series. I call it the working musician's guitar, because typically they hover right around $2,000, which is a little bit of money, but you get electronics, often you'll get a cutaway, all solid tone woods, solid neck, good tuners, mortise and tenon neck joint, just a great sounding guitar for about half what a good D28 might cost you by the time you put electronics in it. So, for the guy who's playing 5 nights a week and wants to have a good sounding acoustic guitar on stage, they came up with the 16. Now, the 16 breaks the mold in terms of looking at the model number and knowing what you're getting. Because with the 16, they went out to be able to cover a lot of bases. So, in this case, we have sapel back and sides. We also have mahogany. We also have walnut, maple, rosewood, etc. If there's a tone wood, you probably can get a 16 made out of it. And now, like I said, keeping the price between $1,800 and $2,200 with electronics, or between about $1,500 and $1,900 without electronics. You can get gloss top, satin back, gloss back. They run the gamut. Great guitars, reasonable price. I actually have one myself. After 35 years of wanting a Martin, we sold a property and I took the money, and well, some of the money, and bought my first Martin. It's a J60, and I love it very much. This is the first guitar we've looked at that's not a dreadnought, because we can't keep the dreadnought 16s in stock. Go figure. Again, hard shell case. This particular one is $1,600. It's the OM body style. We're going to do a different segment on the different body styles for Martins.